If you want to create this look for Halloween, here's a step-by-step guide on how I did it. First off, I started out by just drawing out a basic outline. I like to use a white eyeliner pencil for this, just because when you paint over it, you don't want any dark colours to sort of shine through. This is an easy way just to give yourself a guide so that when you're going to paint, you've got a bit of structure to go by. Use some reference images or some inspo images from other artists just to kind of get the bare bones of your design, and move on to airbrushing. Now, I got this airbrush off of Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. I needed something quick and easy I could have on set, and this one actually works really well. So if you're on a bit of a tight budget, I would recommend it. I'm using Pro Air airbrush paints. These are awesome. These ones, I use them all the time. I highly recommend them. They come out really nice and pigmented as well. And I've just gone over those white lines to create a basis for the orange color of the design. Always make sure you shake these paints up like crazy, otherwise they can clog up your airbrush. To go in with a bit more detail, I've used some Kryolan Black Aqua Color, just a super thin brush. I'm going to work out those triangles around the eyes and just start to outline the general design. I am terrible with symmetry, so a little pro tip I use is I'll always dot out what I'm doing to make sure I've kind of got a guide as to where I'm drawing. I cannot draw symmetry very well. It's something I've always struggled with. I struggle in sculpting and painting, so I use the dots just to help me. Adding in nose detail, and then keep going round and just adding in some more detail with the dark black colour over the top of the airbrush to mark out the jawlines. This part is the top of the pumpkin, so you kind of want to give it a bit of definition and shape. And then again, moving into the teeth area, you kind of want to mark out those teeth and then go back in with these little sort of semicircles and just fill in around the mouth area with the Kryolan paint to kind of create the pumpkin smile. This part I found quite tricky. It's, again, symmetry. I'm terrible at symmetry. So take your time with it, just build up the dark colour and create a big, nice pumpkin smile, and then just fill it in all with the same black aqua colour. This part I actually went in with a little eyeliner pen just to get a really super thin detail. I've then gone back in with a brush and just added some more detail with the Pro Air on a brush to kind of build out the orange in different areas. Just sort of add a bit more colour to the pumpkin around the darkness. Bringing the black colour again down onto the neck. I'll be honest, at this point I was making the design up as I went along. I knew I wanted it to come down the chest a bit, so I just kind of started dragging colour and doing whatever I felt like, in complete honesty with you. The next part I did was I grabbed a bright yellow eyeshadow colour. I honestly can't tell you what the colour is. It's a super old palette, it doesn't even have a label on it anymore. This was like a gold shimmery yellow eyeshadow, and just sort of went around these areas you can see where I'm painting on my face to add a bit more depth. I've gone as well in between each teeth, just to kind of highlight in between each teeth area. This part, I'll be honest, I was just kind of going with the flow. I wanted the neck to be darker, so I sort of worked at bringing some colour down onto the neck. And then I got a fluffy brush with some dark black eyeshadow, went over the black areas of paint and just kind of made it a bit more smudgy around the eyes. I'll be honest, guys, I literally do make things up as I go along, so I apologise, it's not the perfect tutorial on how I'm doing this. I'm just sort of smudging things, really. I've gone back in with the Pro Air colours, but on a brush this time, and again, in between each of the teeth with some yellow and orange, just to make it pop a little bit more. Next is just a bit of spattering. I love spattering. I think it always adds texture. This is just black aqua colour that I used before on a spatter brush, just to give that sort of dotty textured feel. I love the next part, which is adding the contact lenses. I got these from colouryoureyes.com. I always think that contact lenses elevate your look. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you on the next one.